So I couldn't believe the amount of orders that came in after posting the video saying that I had worked on shirts and gotten most of the stuff back in stock. Well, now most of the stuff is back out of stock because I think I had 55 orders in about a day and a half. I took one box full yesterday, and I have these two to take this morning and overload the post lady at the office. But yeah, most of the shirts sold out, all but like the small, mediums, and the kid sizes, and I still have some hoodies left. But it is also summertime here, so that's understandable. And I ran out of all my packaging stuff, everything. So I've got to actually take those last two orders and pack them at the post office. Hopefully they have some of those mailing envelopes. So I'm going to the post office for the next hour and a half. Out here at the storage place after the first rain, we've had about 1.5 inches. Looks like all the water is running to the center, as it should. Looks like he's put some 1x12s down, keep it from washing out till he can get some of the little downspout things. Still got to finish the road back here. I just wanted to see how well this drained. Looks like water's going down to the ditch as it should. It's pulling up there a little bit, but I can regrade that out. I need to cut just a little bit out right there. This was probably the worst spot right here just because had to flatten out so much. If anything, that might need to be skimmed down just a little bit. But these units have like a 2-inch taper on them, so water's not gonna go up in there. Draining on down. Then I haven't finished back here either, so it's going to wash a little bit right there. But it looks like the ditch has done what it's supposed to do. Take the water all the way down there. I'm not walking in there because that's all nice and muddy. But everything's draining away from here as well. Now I stopped right there, so when it's all said and done, it'll drain a little bit better. But I was more worried about making sure everything was draining away from the buildings. And it looks like it is. If anything, once everything gets weathered in, might take and pull just a little bit more away. Get a little bit more fall. But other than that, I don't think it looks too bad. This should set this stone up pretty good now. All right. Looks good to me. So my little cute tarp held throughout all the rain event. And now that I'm 3 days late on the rain, I went and bought 2 big 20 by 100 foot rolls of plastic because I didn't want to spend $400 or $500 for a tarp that big. That's 4,000 square foot of plastic. The biggest like used billboard I could find was like 28 by 50, so that's not near as big as what I'll be able to cover with this, and those were still like 150 bucks. So I was able to buy all this for like 60 bucks a roll. So I'm gonna get that out of the package unfolded. I'm gonna pull that off. I think 2 of them will cover majority of it, and I may throw that down on the end once I get this spread out. And I got some sandbags to fill, and there's some big truck tires up there I'm gonna get and throw on the ends just to keep it, in case the wind gets under it, it doesn't take off and fly across the building or something, because that's like a kite. when you get a big gust of wind. Little cute blue tarp, big pile of dirt, bigger piece of plastic. I unrolled half of it. I think I can drag it over before the wind catches it and get it over the pile of dirt. Let's see. Before the wind gets to it. All right, so like 3,000 square foot of plastic in my little blue tarp later, the pile is covered. I'm filthy. I don't know why. But I found some big old tires out back and I figured that would help hold it more than anything. Sandbag the seams. It ain't all covered, but majority of it's covered. I'm not too worried about this last little bit right here. But it dried out fairly nice today. I'm sure it's wet down in there, but we got like 3 inches of rain. I'm sure it soaked down in there about a foot or two, but I don't want any more to soak in there because that stuff holds water pretty good when it gets wet. So hopefully that'll stay put. If not, I'll be rounding up more truck tires and throwing them all over it. We shall see. We shall see. Well, it's time to go home. I've had enough for today.